I wouldn't dare play you another song. But I do have 2 more songs about vinyl community members coming, worse than the Stunty song, which will not stop me from doing videos. You know that. Welcome to the Vinyl Poop. It is called the Vinyl Poop this week because I was asked to call it that, and it's in honor of one of the most beloved members of the vinyl community. I would say one of the leaders, so we'll get to that later. But by Wednesday of this week, I didn't think we had anything. It was a slow week. There wasn't a lot of content perking my interest. I didn't have much. And once again, the VC drama fills the void, particularly the Peanut Gallery. The Peanut Gallery was the star this week of the vinyl community. Now, don't get me wrong. It takes a lot of bravery to be one of those boxes, particularly in Rachel's Ghost stream. Look, Thor, especially Thor, if you become one of the little boxes in the stream, do not read the comments if you're a guest, because I would say 85% of the time, they're smoking you. They're absolutely crushing you. That being said, the Peanut Gallery was really, really good this week because when Vinyl Richie, and he got up a couple times this week, when Vinyl Richie decided to get up there and tell Jose that ambient music was garbage and he didn't understand the point of it and it sounded like something anyone could do, Jose tried to defend ambient music. Also, Jose is a defender of LuLu. Okay, we need to get to the bottom of that. Jose, you need to make a LuLu only defense video. Like your life depends on it. So get that going. But their conversation was okay. But more importantly, the Peanut Gallery went ape shit during ambient music talk. It was absolutely amazing. And Vinyl Richie said something like, I think he said, anyone can do it. More importantly, it sounds like something anyone could do. So I thought to myself, I wonder if I can make an ambient song. You know, I'm a songwriter, but I've never written an ambient song. So I would like to debut to you now my post-ambient, avant-garde, minimalist track / video. Let's go.
Ambient music. This is ambient music. This is ambient music.
Anyone can do it. Anyone can do it. Anyone can do it.
I've been known to enjoy a waffle. I've been known to enjoy a waffle.
Anyone can do it. Anyone can do it.
I've been known to enjoy a waffle. Ambient music. This is ambient. Ambient music. This is ambient music. This is ambient music.
Anyone can do it. Anyone can do it. Anyone can do it.
I've been known to enjoy a waffle. I've been known to enjoy a waffle.
Anyone can do it. Anyone can do it.
I've been known to enjoy a waffle. Ambient music. This is ambient.
Vinyl Richie and Jose, I put my whole heart and soul into that, as you can probably tell. That post-ambient, avant-garde composition. Now, a lot of people say you can't have post-ambient without ambient, and I disagree. I've had that argument with Stunty. That being said, this was a bridge-building composition for you to continue to have your deep and stimulating conversation about ambient music. I know the VC craves it, and more importantly, the Peanut Gallery craves it. Because I think when they hear this, it's going to heal some deep wounds that they have in the Peanut Gallery. I know it will. Now, Jose, again, you will have to defend LuLu in any stream with Vinyl Richie, okay? If you're gonna die on the LuLu hill, you gotta defend it. And I have faith in you, brother. I think you can do it. But I'm looking forward to that. Here's another thing about Vinyl Richie. He has a growing cult following at the Georgia Institute of Technology and Auburn University. And you're probably wondering why. Why? Again, because of his lists. His lists don't miss. I do power rankings, but his lists don't miss. And I get a bunch of punks around here grabbing my records, asking about gear and so forth, and it gets overwhelming. Even though I'm a man of cloth, it gets overwhelming and I lose patience, okay? I have one rule: you can borrow any record. You can sign out any record here. I don't care. But when I get too many people asking me what vinyls to buy, what gear to buy, it gets overwhelming, all right? So I send them over to Vinyl Richie's channel, okay? And they can build a playlist off his lists and then decide what vinyls they want to buy. And it's working. It's working because his lists don't generally miss. And kids are literally buying records based off his recommendations. And they're afraid to comment on his channel because they think he's going to beat them up. Okay? And I tell them he's a teddy bear. He's a total teddy bear. Don't worry about it. But they're still not going to comment. But that's been really cool. Now, a lot of channels are asking for your dough, your money, subscriptions, record stores, buy-ins. I'm also going to ask you for some money, but it's not for me. It's for a Kickstarter. And it's near and dear to my heart. And for a certain segment of the population, I think you'll dig it. So let's get into it. I'm going to pitch you a Kickstarter. I told you I was going to ask you for some money. Just pitching it. Now, particularly for my gearheads out there that follow me, that love gear, and maybe some other people will like it too. Because it's a deeper story once you get into it. Now, we don't talk a lot of gear here at the Church of Elvis anymore, Latter-day Saints. We certainly don't talk gear on the Vinyl Soup. It's not because I don't like gear. I really know what I like. I like low-powered amps, tube, solid state, and high sensitivity speakers. Hyper-sensitivity speakers. And generally that means they're horn. I love that combination. I think other people would like it too, but other people have different opinions. And I'm not going to fall into a rabbit hole. That's why I like 6 a.m. records, because it's like everyman reviews about gear. It's not that it's boring to me. I'd rather fight you on other subjects than gear, because I know what I like. But there is a Kickstarter that you may have seen that's near and dear to my heart now, called The Dope from Hope. Okay? And The Dope from Hope is a book being compiled by a couple people, and I will link to them, about legendary notes, opinions, takes from the legendary Paul Klipsch. Absolute legend in the speaker world. But he's a legend, period. This man lived like 4 lives, just a Renaissance man. And he was amazing. Absolutely an amazing speaker designer. And he absolutely hated and could detect bullshit when it came to the audio community. Opinionated, genius, crank, all of it. But he produced amazing speakers, and his heritage line is still made in Hope, Arkansas. Beautiful speakers. But a lot of these legends and things that I heard that Paul Klipsch said, you thought they were urban legends. You didn't think they were real. And a couple people have been researching it and working with the Klipsch museum people and so forth to compile these notes. And some of the greatest opinions that he had on speaker design. That is just absolutely hysterical. Strong opinions, hated bullshit, but a lot of humor too. And I'm really excited about this book. But the other connection why I'm excited is because with early dance culture, DJ culture, there is a deep connection with a lot of these DJs and these people that have these early quote-unquote kind of house party vibe, that had a deep connection to those speakers. They loved Klipsch speakers. They loved the way he could design speakers of bringing an auditorium vibe or a concert vibe to a dance floor. They loved it. They loved the way that Paul reproduced sound. And so there was a close relationship between those two, the culture and the speaker designing. And the Kickstarter, Dope from Hope, is going to cover that in the book. And it's going to be fantastic because, again, a lot of these sayings and things that I thought he said, I didn't know if they were true or not. So please consider, if you're into speakers, especially if you're into horn speakers, the Dope from Hope, because it's a fantastic project and it looks like there's a lot of love going into it. So I'll link it below and think about it. That's all I got. You know it's a really slow week in the Vinyl Soup if I'm pitching you a Kickstarter for speakers. But before you go, you got to go over to Static Traveler, Alan, and Penj and Derek, the legends, Penj and Derek, eviscerate me, roast me into a million pieces, and it's absolutely hysterical. Now, if you don't know Alan's channel, Static Traveler, and you probably don't, it's hard to describe. There's this pseudo-intellectual side that's trying to convince you that he likes Wagner, and it's deep. And then there's this other side, the good side. The other side's garbage. The good side is these two stuffed animals. I still think Alan's trying to self-diagnose some sort of autism for a workers' comp scheme. It's going to work. And he just roasts people, and it's absolutely brilliant. But after you watch Penj and Derek for a while and see what they can tolerate, liking Wagner starts to make more sense. So get over there and watch it. It's really, really funny. Take care.